to the channel. Back in the truck, back in the Freightliner. Got my son here with me today. He was my little helper doing a pre-trip for tomorrow. So we got the Freightliner here. If you follow me on Instagram at Cologne Transport, you see I've been putting a lot of update on what we've been doing to the Freightliner Century. And you can see here we got an entire hydraulic wet kit system installed. Now this system was pretty expensive, more expensive than what I thought to put together. I bought the kit itself for about $2,700, but then the pump, I couldn't use the pump because I'm not going to be doing end dump. This kit is specifically to be using for a belt or walking floor trailer. So all the way from the pump had to get changed out with a different pump, a recommended pump from a driver that I actually spoke to with a similar setup, and the entire lines are all custom. So these are all custom lines. This is an entire custom setup, and then just this 12-foot line here, these two of them, just costed me about $900 yesterday just to finalize the connections. Now these are 1-inch connections. Very expensive setup, more expensive than what I thought. We had to get a custom bracket over here for the tank, and then alright, now guys, let me see if I can get under here to show you guys a little bit of the pump setup. So there you go, you got the PTL pump, and you can see the type of pump that I actually have. The air tank was in the way, so it had to be moved back a little bit. You can see we got it kind of tied up with the air tanks, the lines to secure them. Let's see, that pump right there was $1,200, and I got that from Inland Truck Parts last minute. You can see that the tank was L angle iron bracket made, and these lines, I'm gonna have to disconnect them when the trailer is gonna get ready to unload. We hooked it up to the trailer and made sure that it was working. The system works, everything works. But when you're maneuvering the trailer, these lines could be touching these lines just because of where they're at. I would have preferred them back here, like some other setups. I've seen this part mounted here. The issue is that I have batteries here, so in order for that to work, I would have to relocate the entire battery just to make it all work even better. But I didn't want to do that, so we just configured the tank on the side. A lot of people have their tanks there, they'll make a rack. It's just my batteries are located right here, and we just mounted it this way. But this setup, I am going to have to disconnect the lines when I'm done unloading. So I will have to connect these when I'm getting ready to unload. You have to get out the truck anyways to open the doors and for tarping for the trailers. So connecting two hoses for the pump, that's just another task I'm going to have to do. Now, what else? When I picked up the truck also, I noticed right away that the voltage wasn't going past 12 and the AC was cutting off at idle. That was an indicator that alternator was going out. So we went to Freightliner, got a $200 alternator put on. That fixed the issue. Got a new fuel pump put on, and then we had an issue with the ECU going bad while it was at the shop parked there. I left the power inverter on, drained the entire batteries, damaged the older ECU, and to where it wasn't even being readable. You can't even read it on the computer. And we put somebody else's computer in, and it read just fine. So I purchased that computer on the side for $1,500 just to get it on the road. And now tomorrow we can go ahead and start trying out this new contract that I found, and we're gonna see how this workload is. If the workload is where I need it to be, then we'll go ahead and start putting these on some of the other trucks, a similar setup. But now that I'm aware what kind of pump we need and the hoses, I hope to spend it a little bit less. Maybe I can buy a kit with that specific pump online for $2,500. Now the other pump that got removed, I am trying to sell it for $600 to recoup some money back. Other than that, guys, that's just what I got as an update for you guys right now. Is we got a wet kit put on. We're looking at about $6,000 plus is what I spent, and then we had to spend $1,500 on the ECU, another $350 on a fuel pump, and an alternator getting put on, all at the same time while this wet kit was installed. So we'll see if this workload pays off, and this is something that I'm going to be doing outside of Amazon now. There's been a lot of videos getting put out about Amazon, and I can tell you firsthand, just in the San Antonio area, what I've seen in the last couple months is the contracts for Amazon Relay are going down, and I've been trying to find work outside of Amazon Relay for a while now, and I've finally landed on something by just knocking on doors and speaking to people. So the type of work I'm going to be doing is the type of work that you cannot find on the load board. There is no spot market work for this type of workload, or I wouldn't have spent the money. I spent the money because I know the work is there, and I hope that it does really pay off, so that we can start moving some of the trucks in that direction. But that's the update I'm going to give for you guys now. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the Mudflap app. Use the code I'm going to provide at the bottom. Check me out on Instagram at Cologne Transport. I'm going to be putting out some more updates later on. And if you need truck parking in San Antonio, check out Riggy's and let them know that I sent you. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Alright guys, we're here unloading. See, I got the PTOs engaged. I'm almost done unloading. Got my hydraulic hoses connected. We're at the top of San Antonio here. All this pile here came off the trailer. So I'm gonna move the trailer up a little bit more so all this can slide out, and then we should be done here very, very soon. Gotta have your hard hat on, safety. PTO engaged. Let's see. Yeah, we should be done here in a few minutes. Yeah guys, so I'm here, just waiting to be next so I can weigh out, grab my ticket, and go ahead and park in truck parking, and then head home, and then start again tomorrow, and try to get to the pickup location a little earlier. I was here at this site around 5:15, so I seen what this site looks like at 5 in the morning. Now I'm going to head to the next site to see what it looks like in the morning for check-in. Let's see. Yeah, just a learning process for this new type of work. And yeah. Alright, what's going on guys? Here to give you guys an update. So pretty much got to my truck about 4:45 this morning. I did my pre-trip, was in and out of my parking area by 5:15, and on my way over here, it was already I ran into some guys heading this way from San Antonio. I
got into the yard. There was already a line here waiting to get in. So this is the first time I'm coming to this location early in the morning to see what the situation is. But the goal is today to just get 3 clean loads in and out of here. You see we got a guy tarping over there ready to start off his day. And I'm gonna just, what is it? I got 2 or 3 trucks ahead of me. I've been waiting now for about 45 minutes to an hour, but they didn't open till 7:30. But it looks like they already started loading guys a little early. So yeah, guys, I just want to give you an update here early, just to see what the situation is out here. It looks like it's gonna be a cloudy morning, but yeah, no issues with the trailer, no nails in the tires, no issues with the truck. See, we got the tire pressure monitor here, which I'm gonna add the sensors probably to go to the trailer so we can monitor the PSI on the trailer tires. So if we get any nails, we can get ahead of that. Truck's holding up. There's some things I want to do to the truck still. Probably add an AC compressor. Change out the AC compressor and tensioner, and I kind of want to change out the starter. There's no starter issues, but it is a 1,000,000-mile truck, and I just want new parts on it. This type of work here that I'm doing, you don't really need a sleeper, but without a sleeper, you're kind of limiting yourself from doing other stuff if you need to. Yeah, we gotta wear PPE. So you see we got the hard hat here with the logo on it. Yeah, give you guys an update later on. Alright, what's going on, guys? So it's Saturday. Decided to come out here to see what the traffic is like on Saturdays. See how many loads I can get in on a Saturday. Just to possibly see if I put a driver on this account, how many loads can they run on a Saturday? Is it 1 or is it 2? So I'm gonna go ahead and untarp the trailer. So you undo all your straps, and you got the bulldozer back there or whatever. They're starting to load people now. Undo all your straps, and then you gotta take a pole and start rolling that tarp over.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
While I'm here, usually sitting, I walk around the entire trailer and I look for any nails in the tires, just anything that can puncture the tires. I try to pull out. But you're seeing here, so this coupler here was leaking because of the O-ring was broken, so I had to go to Hydroline in San Antonio to get a new replacement. They actually swapped out the couplings because I just purchased it, but I guess those O-rings have to be purchased separately, so I have to order them. So it'll be those O-rings inside of there. And I was looking at some of the guys' setups, and some of the guys have their stuff connected because they have some of the couplers connected. They have them a swivel angle, which that would work. It's gonna cost a little bit more money for those fittings because I would like to keep these connected instead of disconnecting and connecting. I just don't trust the drivers. I feel like this is only 12 feet long. I do feel that these lines can break, and I just would rather save myself $1,000 than trying to have them break randomly. I think this weekend I do have to put some fluid in here because I did lose fluid yesterday. I was able to unload, but I was losing fluid due to the O-ring. And you see what happens when you have fluid here. It builds up the dirt. Dirt gets stuck up on it. And that is it. But that's the update I have for you guys right now. It's Saturday. This is my 6th day in a row. I've been trying to do 2 loads a day. But the first 2 days I was only able to get 1 just for training and figure out issues with the truck. So if I grab this one here, it'll be 10 loads for the week. And then if I come back for one more, it'll be 11. But I'm not sure yet until I grab this first one. And then I'll ask the front counter if there's enough to come back for another one. And I'll come back for another one. And that may just count as a full days of work, just from what I'm seeing. But hey, that's the update.
What's going on, guys? I just parked my truck. I'm actually just here to show you the process of what I gotta deal with. So you don't want anything hanging off the trailer, so just gonna, I'll try to pull this back in the trailer. If it's still caught, I'm gonna have to cut it. And you can see what we're hauling here. It's just none but garbage. Got to get everything off the tarp. It takes a little bit of work. Right now it's cool, but it does heat up, and you're gonna be sweating later on in the day. See, like this type of stuff right here, it's gonna get caught on the tarp. You might have to move it or bend it, but this will actually rip the tarp. And I just weighed in, I just weighed out, so right at 80,000. On this trailer, the beam going across is broken, so I try to, use a piece of wood sometimes if I can. Just to help support the tarp. Piece of wood over there, I'm not sure if that's gonna prevent the tarp from going over. usually once I get the tarp 3/4 of the way, pretty much you just get on the tarp. If I need to, I'll usually throw this over if it's too high, and that'll help pull the tarp down a little bit. I need to go get my AC checked, and I just got a new compressor put on, and it's just like not even blowing cold, so I'm not sure if it needs new Freon or more Freon. And right after this, I usually do a final walk around the trailer, make sure I don't have anything bulged in between the tires, because you're driving over a bunch of stuff. Alright guys, we are ready to head out of here.